Hey everyone, welcome to Day Deal on Display, daydeal.com's own YouTube channel regarding product previews, reviews, and demonstrations. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Incipio Silicrylic case for the Motorola XOOM. You're more than welcome to check this case out at its official website at any time, and that's going to be located at www.myincipio.com. Now we know we've been doing a lot of Incipio videos as of late, especially in regards to the Silicrylic product series, but it really can't be helped because Incipio has been making the Silicrylic for a lot of devices that have come out lately, electronics, tablets, and cell phones, all respectively. Now this is good news for Motorola XOOM owners because I feel your pain out there. There really hasn't been that much stuff coming out for the Motorola XOOM. We've been trying to get as much as we can carry, but really our distributors are just saying, nope, we got nothing for you folks, but hey, at least we have the Silicrylic today to look at, so kudos to Incipio for bringing this over to the tablet device. Now the Silicrylic comes in 3 different colors. We have all of them in front of us right now. And these colors are going to be black with gray, white with gray, which of course is my personal favorite, and of course magenta with gray, or some people may refer to that as hot pink with gray. What's nice about the Silicrylic is that it does include a vanity kit, which is Incipio's own name for a screen protector kit that I've just plopped out in front of us. And this screen protector kit, or vanity kit, actually comes with not 1 but 2 screen protectors for your Motorola XOOM, and that's always a welcome thing to have. Also accompanying these screen protectors is a microfiber cleaning cloth and this very tiny applicator card. Obviously that's meant for cell phones. For the Motorola XOOM it's not really going to do you much. You're better off using a credit card in your wallet or you have in your purse, etc. Stuff like that. Now these 2 screen protectors are not redundant. They're not both the same. They're actually 2 different types of screen protectors. One of them is crystal clear and one of them is anti-glare. The crystal clear screen protector, well, pretty much its name says it's all, right? That means it's supposed to be as translucent as possible, and it's supposed to be as clear as possible where you install it on your Motorola XOOM. You don't notice any difference that you have a screen protector on there. Okay. The anti-glare screen protector, that one's a little bit more funky. That actually has a slightly metallic tint to it, and it also is a little bit darker. It is kind of shaded. So what that really is supposed to do is in high lit environments, for example indoors, if you have a lot of studio lighting where bulbs are literally shining right over your head, or you have the sun glaring on you outside, having a tinted screen with a slightly metallic finish to it actually reflects some of that glare back, and it actually makes your screen a little bit easier to read because it tints it in those high lit environments. So there you go, an anti-glare screen protector. Keep in mind though that indoors it gets a little bit funkier. Your screen is going to be a little bit more tinted, and that metallic sheen does actually kind of cause this weird rainbow-like effect to happen on your screen, especially if you're in a low lit environment. So you have to take things as they are. The anti-glare screen protector isn't supposed to be a universal solution. Use whatever screen protector fits your needs the most. And of course, should one screen protector mess up or you get scratched or dirty, you can always go and use your backup because Incipio gave you 2. And there we go. Now moving on to the actual Silicrylic case, it's pretty straightforward stuff, nothing overly complicated. I always say everything is straightforward, but well, this is pretty easy to talk about. You have 2 layers. One is a silicone skin and the other is a polycarbonate shell. And you may be asking, well, why do they call it the Silicrylic? Well, originally it was supposed to be silicone and acrylic, alright, hence the name Silicrylic, but they went away from that. Now it's silicone and hard plastic polycarbonate. So there you go. It should be called the Silly Poly, or Silly, I don't know. It's just silly. Alright, moving forward from that. The skin itself, it's pretty thick, even though it looks a little bit flimsy on this video. I know some people are going, well, that doesn't look thick at all. It actually is quite thick. You have to remember that the XOOM is rather large, so there's a lot of surface area to carry, and silicone isn't the most dense material out there in the world. I want to mention that this little design in the center, that's not for aesthetic purposes, that actually serves a purpose. This is Incipio's own quote-unquote hive design. Other people call it honeycomb. And what that does is that actually is supposed to, I should say, add air pockets between your device as well as the skin itself. Does that kind of make sense? Because you put your skin up against this, it's resting upon the ridges, and you have little pockets of air. So should you happen to drop your device, those air pockets are going to help cushion it. Okay. Now, is that pseudoscience? I don't know. Incipio says that's what it's supposed to do. People's testimony, those are always trustworthy, right? They said it works, so I'm going to have to follow along, drink the Kool-Aid, and say, alright, it works out. So that's what that design is for. More importantly, I think it looks really cool, and that's all that matters to me, and it should matter to you as well. Now moving on to the polycarbonate shell. glossy inside, doesn't really matter. This is going to be stuck up against the skin. On the outside, however, it has a nice rubberized finish to it, a nice matte-like finish, not very glossy, as you can see right there, but it feels exceptionally good. This is the signature Incipio finish we always tout about and we always love, because on the white version of the case as well as magenta, very bright, very vibrant, and it looks really nice. Now there is a built-in kickstand on the polycarbonate shell portion of the Silicrylic, and what's nice about this kickstand is that it's slightly refined, not more, or I should say it could be more refined, but you know, you can't be perfect. At least Silicrylic, or at least Incipio, has made this a little bit better than its competitors. What I mean by this is that they've reinforced the hinge with these little guards right there. That's very important, so this actual kickstand doesn't fly up and out of the actual case itself if you bend it up like so. And there's actually a little bit of a protrusion on the back. That's actually to prevent the kickstand from going too far in the other direction. On other kickstand cases that we've seen, without this type of guard, it goes too far forward and then bam, it snaps right off very easily. So Incipio has decided to put that there to prevent that from happening. So, you know, a nice design element from them. So let me catch my breath for a moment, because I'm going to go and continue with the 360 tour. Alright, these reviews are always too long. I always make them too long. Here is a eye-searing look at the magenta and gray version of the Silicrylic. So there you go. If you really like this color, it is very bright. You can flag down airplanes from a mile away if you go and wave it in the air. Now, I am going to get a couple of groans and a couple of negative YouTube comments, like always, because this is not the OEM, or I should say not the actual unit, the Motorola Zoom, but this is the official display model. Look, folks, this is from the same manufacturer. They just hollow out a Zoom. They send it to us. You can buy this by special order, or you can go to trade shows that give you this in a really fancy retail box. This is actually what you want to use for display purposes, okay? Even though it's not the live unit. It's exactly the same. I can promise you that, as far as cases are concerned. Now, the Silicrylic does create a lip on the front of the device, and it is rather deep, so for whatever reason, if your device is landing on its face like such, it's going to be up and away from the surface if it's face down, but of course I know you're not going to be doing that, because no one's going to be resting their Zoom face down. But I have to say that for real-world applications, you want to make sure you install that screen protector on there, and you want to make sure to keep your device, you know, facing forward whenever possible, because if you happen to drop your device and it unfortunately lands on your face, you're pretty much going to have to hope and pray that the lip catches the impact first, because there's a lot of surface area for the screen to basically touch something it shouldn't be touching, like a small little rock or a small little object that's, you know, yay big, and it's going to be, well, you don't want that to happen. You don't want to affect your Motorola Zoom. End of story. Moving on to the top, you can see an opening for the headphone jack, and I believe that is the micro SD card slot opening. So there you go, there's a nice opening for that. You can change it on the fly. Moving on to the side, you have coverings for the volume up and down button. No surprises there, and yes, they are easy to press. They protrude out quite nicely. On this side, there is nothing to talk about. So moving on to the bottom, we have an opening for the micro USB port, the HDMI port, and of course the charger port. And I believe that's the microphone on the bottom, one of the microphones. Anyway, moving on to the back, we have an opening for the built-in speakers, both of them, pretty self-explanatory stuff. LED flash, as well as the camera lens itself, and the all-important power button. And I'm just going to go and show you that finish on the Incipio Silicrylic case once more. I'm going to go and pop out the kickstand and end our video review with that. And you can see my little snazzy flannel shirt in the reflection of the Motorola Zoom's surface. That is it, folks, for the Incipio Silicrylic for this tablet device. Once again, check it out on the official website at www.myincipio.com. Feel free to check this out on our own website at www.daydio.com. And we're really trying, guys, to get more accessories for the Motorola Zoom. It's been slim pickings lately. If you're a Zoom owner, hang in there. You know, you have to fight the good fight, and hopefully more stuff will come out for you in the near future. Keep following us on our YouTube channel, Daydio on Display, for more product previews, reviews, and demonstrations. Say goodbye, blue highlighter, to the nice folks out there. Bye-bye, and thanks as always for watching.